All right, what's good, boys, girls, people of the universe? You know how it goes. Fucking mic went on mute. One trade today was a dub. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. It was a 5-minute inversion targeting all the LR. Here we go, right here. My executions bang time. However, be completely transparent with you guys, I was a little too patient today. There was a few setups that definitely presented themselves that I could have entered off of, but I'll give you the reasons why I didn't in a second. So coming into this morning, my bias, I was pretty neutral coming in. So we were bouncing between two high time frame PD arrays. We had this 4-hour bearish fair value gap right here, and then we also had this 4-hour bullish fair value gap, okay, that ended up getting inverse, but then there was also another 4-hour bullish gap right underneath it as well, okay? So when that happens, dude, why is it doing this again, bro? That shit is so irritating. So when that happens, back to what I was fucking saying, I basically just ride the trend, right? I'm looking for a continuation. I'm not looking for no PDI. Sometimes I will look for a mech if it's super obvious. But if I don't really have a bias and am pretty neutral on the day, I'll just look for continuation models. I feel like that is the best way and the easiest way to trade when you don't have a certain bias. But what I wanted to see at market open, we did have... I still was leaning just a tad more bullish than I was bearish, but I did want to see some form of manipulation lower at market open. We had London lows right here. Fucking hopefully this shit works. We had London lows that ended up getting swept out. We had an SMT, so I was going to look for longs off of here. We had this 5-minute gap open up, so I was like, all right, cool. If we can inverse this 5-minute gap, I'll go ahead and take longs. Or if we want to come down and tap this 4-hour gap, which is also the entry point to an hourly, I can be like, okay, we can look for a mag back up to this 5-minute. So what ended up happening? Well, we ended up getting a tap into the 5-minute. I was like, perfect. We have lows resting right here. We have a unfilled 4-hour right here. This looks like a perfect short setup. And it was. It was an A++ setup. We got a 2-minute close. However, the only reason is the close was all the way down here. So what did I do? Well, and my TP was right here. So if you entered off the close, well, that's just a negative ass RR. I set a limit order at the inversion, hoping to get tapped in. Did not get tapped in. It took out my draw. So I was like, whatever. It is what it is. A unfilled 15-minute gap ended up forming. So like, cool. I do want to see a tap into or a resweep into this 4-hour, and then we can continue higher. There was this 1-minute right here, and this is one of the plays I forward tested. There was this 1-minute that I didn't like, even though we did have let me just get rid of this real quick. Even though we did have this internal SMT right here, look at ES. ES is just trading a lot lower. ES left an unfilled 15-minute literally at this stop loss right here, so I was thinking we were going to go lower for the time being. And then also I just didn't really like this price action that was going on right here. It was kind of like chop, I guess you can say. So I forward tested this. I believe this ended up working out. Stops would have been right here. Let's see if this would have ended up working out. And TP to the 15-minute. Oh, that's right. I would have went, if I would have entered, this would have been a break even for me. What's it called? I would have went break even at this internal high inside this 3-minute gap. Scaled down to a lower time frame. As you can see, that high got taken out and I would have got break even. But some people did hold through this in the Discord and they did smack this, so bang bang for them. And then coming out of this 15-minute, there was a super nice play that I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I was on my phone and I didn't even see. Someone in the Discord actually alerted me from it after it happened. There was this 2-minute right here. And you might be like, well, why are you taking longs? Why are you taking shorts? You're just gambling. No, I have reasons why I'm doing this, right? So what I want to see on market open, come down lower, and then we can take longs. And then there was this right here. And I'm willing to take shorts again because we're inside of a 15-minute gap. And also, what else are we doing? Well, ES is trading a lot higher, creating an SMT with all this or all these highs right here, right? We have these highs that happen pre-market. Then we have these market open highs. Here's the market open highs, and here's the pre-market highs. So we had a double SMT. And then a clean 2-minute version right here. This was another A++ setup. A 5-minute did open up, but if you were in this, so be it. You can just set it to these internal lows right here. And I believe it ended up banging. Yeah, bang time. So that trade, I was kind of a little irritated. I didn't take that. That was probably the best trade of the day. Super clean. Smack TP, barely any drawdown. However, we did end up coming down and creating a internal SMT. However, when we created this SMT, we left this line right here is 5-minute lows. Okay, so we didn't necessarily have to take them out, but I didn't feel like leaving these lows at my stop loss. I believe there was a 1-minute entry with this fair value gap right here. Not the best 1 minute. I'd give it about an A minus, B plus, depending on your conviction. But you could have took it either to these internal highs right here or all the way up here to this LR. However you wanted to play it. But me personally, I was waiting for this 5-minute to get closed. So I was waiting for this 5-minute. As you can see, we got edged, and then we got the 5-minute closure right here. I ended up entering off the 5-minute closure. Let me head on over to MNQ. I entered off the 5-minute closure. Here is my executions. And then I took my profits when ES took out Asia highs. So as soon as ES took out Asia highs, I manually closed. My original TP was to right... Fuck, I keep flipping back and forth. My original TP was right here at 54, or for 54.5 points. I went in for 6 micros. Just all this LR right here I wanted to see get ran. But again, once ES took out Asia highs, I would said I don't want to sit in this trade for much longer, even though it's probably going to play out, which it is right now, completely fine. I took my piece of the pie, and I am done for the day. This is, I actually got literally damn near top tick this shit, and then we can go higher right now. So that was all for today. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments, and I will catch y'all boys tomorrow.